it's Ahmer here, and I finally finished up this convention season by going out to Torg 2023. So this is the Ohio Retro Gamer, and this was such a fantastic video game convention to go to, and starting the year out in Ohio at video game conventions and closing it out in Ohio, I thought that that was such a fantastic time. Now, I met up with so many different YouTubers, so many different friends that I have in the area, and boy, did I find some great items. So make sure you guys stay tuned for those upcoming videos, because I even had a parking lot deal. Someone came up to me, said that they had something amazing for me. They wanted it to go into my collection, and we made a parking lot deal. So I can't wait to share that footage with you guys. But overall, let me tell you about Torg. So this is a really cool 2-day video game convention, which has previously only been like 1-day convention. And this was such an amazing time because so many people showed up. I'm not sure what their attendance records were, but I know that they beat last year. So the first day, it was like jam-packed. You get there super early. Now, the day prior, vendors and stuff get to set up. And of course, everyone came into town. Some people got to like meet up that night. But Saturday morning, it was on. You start off the convention, you get to go around the floor, do some shopping. They had some amazing kiosks, standees, store displays, all that cool stuff that I love looking for, but I already owned like everything that they had. So as I walked the floor, I found Japanese Nintendo 64, Super Nintendo games, and even Nintendo GameCube games. But the best part of these conventions are just catching up with some of your buddies. So some of the special guests this year, we had Brett, we had Mr. Rightway, we had the immortal John Hancock, we even had Square Pegs. So it was just really cool getting to catch up with everyone, seeing Game Dad there, seeing Millennial Collector Ohio. He even had some really cool items for me, so let me show you guys what he scored for me. So if you guys know me, you know that I love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and there's nothing better than having a full set of turtles. These awesome Ninja Turtle piggy banks. So these are super cool. These are from, I believe, like 2015. So these are not like brand new turtle banks, and they will go great with some of the vintage ones that I have. So we have Mikey here, we have Raphael, we even have the other set. So we have Donatello, we have Leonardo. So these are super cool. Definitely exciting to see these like painted ceramic little turtles, banks. It's just really cool seeing this, and to have this into my turtle collection. Just cannot be any more excited. And the table that he was at, where he was finally vending, he had some cool like nostalgic VHS tapes. I saw so many different like toys mixed in. It was not just video games. So that is something really cool about these conventions. You don't only just see like retro video games, you'll see a mix of anything and everything. I saw like tons of these different like Pokemon, they had cards, they had collectibles, things from like 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s. They even had some new games, new statues, new collector's editions. Just really neat items that you get to see in like one complete area, and it's not every day that you see these items. So it's really cool, especially if you're going there to shop. And then another thing that I was able to score right away. So this right here, I had my buddy Brian over at BD Retro Mods. He put this together for me. So this is a joystick for the Vectrex. So a lot of us know who play the Vectrex that those controllers are very like fragile. You just can't use them very often because you don't want to damage them. So he was able to put something together for me, get these awesome buttons and this color design that I designed. He was able to put it together, and now I have this really cool Vectrex controller. So I'm really excited for this because now I get to play my Vectrex a little bit more. I don't have to worry about ruining the expensive controllers, have to worry about trying to find some of those, vintage ones in the future. And now I can use this. He does this for a lot of different systems. He has some with like turbos in them for like the Turbo Graphics, Neo Geo. He has tons of these controllers, even some for like set games. So it's really cool to see all of the inner workings that he does at these different shows, and I just love seeing the variety that he had at his table. I even picked up some Super Nintendo games from him, and even some that I'm going to give away. So I got really excited about that, and make sure you guys stay tuned for that part of this entire convention experience. Now, another thing that's really cool is you get to meet up with a lot of your other YouTube friends. So I got to see Mysticles, Caps Off Gaming, Retro Wildlands. I got to see all these different like podcast groups. So not just like particular YouTubers, but so many different people. And we were even on a panel. So me, Square Pegs, Mysticles, we just hopped up there on a panel, and we were just talking about what it's like to have these retro video game, channels. Millennial Collector Ohio was up there with us. So it was really cool getting to hear everyone's perspective on why they do this, what they encounter with this. And then I saw like Retro Rob and all these other people like Dr. Scott and all these people in the audience. It was just really cool. They also had like this cool panel as well. And then I was able to get back up on stage again and have another panel with the immortal John Hancock. And then there was Brett Weiss up there who was talking about being an author when it comes to video games and different books that he has, which are really cool. He has like some really neat encyclopedias and so many cool things for Nintendo, Super Nintendo. It's just really cool seeing his perspective on certain things. And then we even had me again, Square Pegs. It was just such a blast being up there, just talking about things that we absolutely love. Mr. Rightway, we're just giving our perspectives on certain things. So it was really cool seeing everyone come together, and we just had a blast being up there. And I even got to like learn about some other YouTubers that I didn't really know too much about, but I'm definitely excited to, check out some of their stuff. So some of the other guests, that is definitely really cool, just to like learn and keep learning about this entire community, seeing everyone come together and just having a blast. So that's what these events are about. And the shopping was not done. So I went over to the canned air little section where they were doing all these giveaways. They had like door prizes. So cool to see some of like the amazing items that they were just giving away constantly throughout the entire convention. They even gave out like a little cosplay like med kit, and it shows about different pins, creating them, how to have like better pricing, But over once again with the Canned Air podcast, that was really cool talking to them. Stay tuned for that because there's a chance I may be on one of their podcasts. But getting some of these action figures from them, like these Mortal Kombat and then some DC ones, they had tons of these action figures for just like a few dollars each, and adding these like cool ones into the collection. Like, this is super awesome. Look at the detail on Batman here. Even comes with these like little extras as well. These little bases to stand up the action figures. Just really cool, and I'm excited because I absolutely love these really neat characters. And now I have some that I can add to the shelf. And then here's another one. The detail on this, we have the Joker's head in this like little lantern. This is pretty wild to see. So definitely enjoyed scoring these as well, because it's not always about, the video games. It's about some of the other stuff for me. But one thing that I really absolutely love about these conventions is the way that everyone feels when they come here. So there were so many people in line for Charles Martinet, and they had some of the other voice actors there. But it was just really cool seeing the extremely long line, but everyone is super excited to get their picture, get their autographs with like Bowser, with Mario, all the other characters. It's just really a great time seeing, what brings people together. The free play area was pretty sweet as well. They had an arcade area, and it's just really great that the people putting this convention on, they did such an amazing job trying to make sure that everything came together for all of us. And they had an amazing like kids area. So especially on Sunday, it really felt like you could have that whole family day experience. There was like a face painter, and they just had like these bouncy houses. The kids were super excited. Everyone seemed to be having a blast, especially both days. And even my buddy, Jimmy Retro, so over at his shop, or his table that he was at, he stopped by and he gave me both of these posters here. So I was pretty excited because I absolutely love Sonic the Hedgehog. I've bought some things off him in the past, and this really cool Sonic Lost World poster, definitely awesome to add into like my little Sega collection. and my Sonic collection. And then this like thick cardstock poster. This is definitely pretty sweet as well. So here we have Sonic Boom, and we have this amazing, huge, thick poster. So it's just these little things like this where people come together, they give you items, and didn't even ask for them, but I got some really cool things that I'm going to add proudly into my video game collection. Even Old School Gamer had given out these as well. So a copy of this magazine, great service where you can actually have this like retro stuff. They do a great job carefully curating this magazine. They have several throughout the year, and they have these really cool like services and stuff. You can get some, I believe, digital. So if you're against the physical stuff or you just don't have a space for all these, but just so much cool stuff, preserving this history, having it all together. 72 pages of video game content from the 1970s through the early 2000s, console and arcade, plus retro, computing, pinball, and much more. So subscribe now. $50 for the print, US, and $20 digital 1 year, or $100 lifetime. So that's definitely really cool that they offer this. We don't see this stuff nowadays. Seems like we're going away from that physical media, so it's really cool. And just all these like little sponsors and stuff. So I had such a blast coming together. Got to see my buddy Wolf, Blips and Pips. So he was out there as well with Retro Gaming Pandemic. We all went out to dinner with Game Dad. We just all had such a great time. And I absolutely love these conventions for that community, for the experience. I have some great things coming your way. Some of the panel videos, some of the collabs that we did, all this game hunting, and even that parking lot deal. So make sure you guys stay tuned because you don't want to miss out. And I can't wait to share everything that I picked up there. And also, I still have to recap a little bit more from Michigan. So you guys don't want to miss out on that either. But thank you guys so much for following along. And let me know which items you enjoyed and what you enjoy most about video game conventions. And of course, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. Go ahead and check out all of my other videos and stay tuned for more.